Hello and welcome to DickensDoes Games. I'm Jacob Dickens and today we're going to be playing some FTL Faster Than Light. This is a roguelike space game. It was on Steam for about £6-7 I think. Basically the idea is you have to try and get from one end of space to the other, carrying some vital information, outrunning the rebels, and facing encounters along the way, trying to rescue people, that kind of thing. So let's get to it. I'm going to just play with the basic ship. I'm going to play on easy because this game is pretty hard. I think so anyway. I've got 3 humans, so they're basic. They have no exceptional traits. They're just the basic crew members. I've got a missile launcher, and I've got a burst laser, which is good. I'll explain how these all work in a second. So let's just start. The data you carry is vital to the remaining Federation fleet. You'll need supplies for the journey, so make sure to explore each sector before moving on to the next. But get to the exit before the pursuing rebel fleet can catch up. Tip: bomb weapons. Bombs teleport directly onto other ships. They bypass shields and defense drones, however they affect crew and systems. They do no damage to the ship's hull. Okay, that's quite interesting. I might have to see if I can get one of those. So this is the ship. I'm just going to pause this. Right, so we have our 3 crew members, and as you can see they all have these experience bars. So what you're going to do is you're going to try and keep them in one area each, so they become more experienced in those areas, and then therefore they'll be more effective. So we're going to keep Cussy here as the captain. I think we're going to send Matteo to the engines, and then we're going to send Ryan to the guns. Should I pause that so you can see they're going through? And then once they're there, we'll power up our guns as well. I'm going to explain this now while I can. This here, this bar here is how many power bars you've got, and the green ones are how many that are available, and the black ones are how many that you've got that are being used already. So as you can see, these have the little bars above them, and the bars here are how much power they require to be fully effective. So as you can see, this gun here has 1, so it fills at 1 bar, and then this one has 2, so that fills at 2. And then these bars charge, and then when they're full, the guns are ready to fire. This is my shields. This is my engines, so the higher that is, the better my dodge chance, which is really useful. My oxygen, so obviously if there's no power in there, there's no oxygen in the ship, which I don't want that. This is my medibay. I can actually turn that off for now and put one in here. Basically, the medibay works upon sometimes when your hull gets damaged, or when you can get people teleport on your ship and attack your crew members, and when they're injured, you put them in the medibay, and that heals them up, which is really useful because you can do it at the same time as they're fighting, so they can be healed and fighting at the same time, which is really useful. And this is my guns, obviously, and over here I have my steering, which you have to have a pilot to be able to jump to the next sector, and you have to have a pilot to have a dodge chance. This is my sensors, so it allows me to see inside the ship, and this is my door control, because your doors I can open them permanently and close them, which has uses such as, like, if the bits of the ship catch fire, I can open them all up like that, and these red bars mean that there's no oxygen in this area, so you can flush the fire out into space, which is really useful. But at the same time, if I have a door open and the door control gets stuck, that door will be open until I fix the door control area, which is not something that I want. Up here we have my fuel. Each jump that I make takes up 1 fuel. If you run out, you have to get stranded and you have to wait for someone to try and come and hopefully rescue you, but not always the case. And this is the number of missiles I have, which are fired from the Artemis. The burst laser doesn't require ammo, so it's just there. So let's get jumping. So as you can see, I've got to try and jump to these points to get to the exit to this sector. And as you'll see, after a few jumps time, they'll start to get the rebels kind of coming in like an arc here, and they'll spread across every time I make a jump. If they get past a point, I don't want to go back to that point, because if I do, I'll end up fighting the rebels, which is quite difficult, something you want to kind of avoid. And basically I've just got to try and hit as many points in this sector as possible before hitting the exit, so I can build the ship up and get it as powerful as I can before the end. So let's make our first jump. I'm going to try and come round this way, I think, maybe up then down and up then down, but we'll see what happens. So jump to the first area, and The jump leads you to nothing but empty space. This jump beacon serves no purpose other than just a connection. Well, that's a bit shit. Let's try that again, shall we? We'll go here, then we'll go to the distress beacon, because they're always interesting. Once you arrive, your screen lights up with warnings. A nearby pirate seems to have advanced hacking tools and they have tried to shut down your engines. Your crew manages to keep them barely operational and you move into attack. Oh no. Okay, so what this means is, I'm going to pause it using space. As you can see down here, like I said before, my engines affect my dodge chance, so the more power in the engines, the higher my dodge, which is up here, I believe, yeah, evade, 15%. Now they've hacked it. So they've blocked one of my power bars from being able to be used in the engines, which means my dodge chance is lower, which is not a good start, to be honest. But we'll see what happens. Now, the way the combat works is if I choose a gun, I choose a place on the ship to shoot at. So a good place I find always to take out straight away is your shields, so they can't block my shots. I'm also going to put my missile launcher. Try not to use a missile launcher too much because I don't want it to run out of ammo. We're also going to put that on there for now. I'm going to click auto fire, and that means that they'll automatically just keep recharging and firing at the same spot. So hopefully this will work. I'm going to pause it, and we'll see what happens. And the lasers are charging up. Everyone's working away. And there's one of their missiles. So their missile, as you can see, it missed. But their guns have just hit my shields and taken it out. However, both of my shots landed, which meant their shields are completely down now. As you can see, their health is vastly reduced compared to mine. I'm going to stop the missile from firing now because I don't want to waste the missile ammo when their shields are already down. And the burst laser should be more than enough damage to just take out the ship entirely. Oh, there's another missile coming from them. Okay, this is what I was talking about before, where the door control is broken. Because now it's red because it's been hit. It means that I can no longer open or close these doors. I can just click in on them, and it does nothing. So what I've got to do is I've got to send... I'll probably wait until the fight's finished because this is just firing. But I've got to send like a crew member like Ryan or Cassie or any of them into this area, and they'll start fixing it up. So I'll do that in a second. So this laser's gone off. I've destroyed their ship. I got 3 fuel and 27 scrap. That's not bad. Scrap is this number up here. Basically, you use that to, if you go into ship, you can upgrade parts of the ship. So you can buy more power bars, which is useful, or you can just upgrade any area in the ship to be more powerful. I'm actually going to upgrade the sensors, and then now that I've upgraded this, I need to buy a power bar as well. Now I've bought this, I can see inside the enemy ship, so I'll be able to see where their people are moving about and what they're doing, which is really useful. So we'll accept that. I didn't need to... Oh, I do. Hang on. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to take these 2 people and send them in here. And as they walk over, there you go, you can see they're starting to fix away at the doors. Get that all sorted out, and then these doors will be able to work again. There we go. So Ryan, you were on the guns, and Matthew, you were on the engines. Just wait for him to get back there, and then we'll jump to the next area. I try not to take the pilot off this area as much as I possibly can, because when there's no pilot, as you can see, the jump isn't available because there's no pilot and there is an engine, but there's no pilot. So we jump. We'll jump to the distress beacon. Now, distress beacons are kind of random events that occur in each sector, I guess you'd call them. It appears that the distress beacon is coming from the surface of a nearby moon. Your sensors are picking up a single form of life. Let's go down and investigate. You find a colony that seems to have been recently attacked. Exploring the devastation, you find a lone survivor. I'll invite him to join my crew. Why not? He happily offers his services in exchange for getting off that rock. That's nice to know. Right, so we've got Charlie here. Now, Charlie, you're going to be on the shields. And if I have a man on the shields, as you can see this thing down here, I'll show you. If he comes off it, that means it's not manned, and that means it is manned. When they're manned, they become... like, the shields will regenerate quicker. It's the same with the engines. They work better. And the guns will also reload quicker than they do when the person's not there. So, let's jump again. And I've got store. Let's go down here. There is only one of the ship at this beacon. It's showing heavy damage. You receive a message on their consoles. Greeting, traveller. We were crippled by a band of pirates and are now forced to sell our remaining valuable equipment to acquire the necessary supplies to get home. Okay, so I'm going to fix the ship using my scrap, because having a fixed ship is more important than anything else. I only have 10 scrap left, so I can't really afford anything. I'll probably just buy a few fuel, because it's always useful to have as much fuel as possible. And then we'll jump to the next area. As you can see, right, this is where the rebels are now. As you can see, these points have already been rebel expanded into them, so I don't want to go back there. That's really dangerous. This is where the next turn, after the next jump I make, they will go to, so you'll know where they're going to be next turn. We're gonna jump here, and you'll see where they've expanded next time I go to the map. You detect an automated rebel scout attacking a small refueling outpost. Well, I'm going to intervene. Detecting the higher threat, the automated ship moves in to engage your ship. Okie dokie. So we're going to pause it again, open up the Artemis, get that on their weapons this time, and then the burst laser is going to work on their shields. Now these automated ships, because of the way that they work, I'll unpause it while I talk. When you destroy an area inside the ship, it takes a very long time for them to come back up because they have nobody to repair them, because they're just completely, look, they've got no oxygen inside at all. Oh, Artemis missed, that's annoying. We'll pause that, we'll take the Artemis off and we'll put the burst laser on there. And then hopefully that'll take down the things. Oh dear, took a hit from a rocket. But that shouldn't really be that much of an effort. Right now, as you can see, they've got no guns and they've got no shields. Also, you'll notice they've got on fire just then. But because these strikes mean there's no oxygen, the fire just went out really fast. And there we go. The ship breaks apart and you quickly salvage what you can. You gain 1 missile, 1 drone, and 12 scrap even. The outpost hails you after the scout was destroyed. Thanks for the help. We've been harassed non-stop by these scouts. Take this on the house. Fuel, missiles, and scrap. That's always nice. We'll make the jump. See, if they're very, very close, I need to start moving a bit further away. Let's jump here. Debris from a battle is scattered around this system. A few pieces bounce against your ship. You passively scan them and discover that there is a functioning weapon amongst them. 13 scrap and a fire beam. Ooh. Now the fire beam is a really cool weapon. It works on a system of, rather than hurting the ship itself, it sets fire to the insides of the ship. So when you use it, it will burn people and it will set fire to the area. And if you can manage to destroy or kill all the people inside the ship without destroying it, you gain a lot more scrap. So we're going to try and use that, I think, next time, because that's quite a nice weapon. So we'll jump to the next area. I'm going to jump into this nebula just to show what it's like. When you're in a nebula, it obviously, like, okay, here we go. You jump into the sector with a nebula beset by a plasma storm, and an automated rebel scout stationed at the beacon moves into attack. Prepare to fight. Okay, I won't use the fire beam on this one then, because as I showed, right. So I've turned off my oxygen, my cameras, because of the nebula. This is a problem with nebulas, is my oxygen and my cameras are both off. I've got no power for guns. I've got no power on the cameras. I'm gonna have to take one out of this. No, I want. Shit. We'll have to take the shields off, put the Artemis on, and we'll put the burst laser on. Actually, we'll take the engines off and we'll put the power into the shields. I'm gonna have to take the Artemis off and put it in the oxygen because I don't want everyone to run out of air. Okay, we'll have to burst laser down the shields as quick as possible, and then their guns. Although I don't think I need to be too worried. They appear to have maybe 1 laser and an ion cannon. Ion cannons work differently to normal guns in that they don't damage the hull directly. Whatever they hit, they shut down for a set amount of time, and it just stops working. As you can see there, it's just flashing and it's not working. It kind of like EMPs it, I guess. Ooh, ow. Okay, maybe I do need to be worried about that. That seemed to hurt. I'm going to change that so it takes down the guns next because the shields are down already. Wow, that's a heavy laser. That hurts. Wasn't expecting that. Shouldn't have too much of an issue now. Hopefully. Guns, come on. Take a while to reload at the moment. And there we go. The ship explodes, leaving down behind a substantial collection of useful scrap material. 2 fuel, 2 missiles, and 24 scrap. Excellent. Right. Ryan and Charlie, you're going to go repair the medibay. Hopefully that one. Actually, yeah, we'll get Matthew in there if he can get there on time as well. Come on. Oh, no, it doesn't matter. Matthew back on the engines. Ryan back on the guns. Charlie back on this. I'm going to have to take the power out of there, put it back in the engines. Right, we need to jump and get out of here. An unidentified ship is badly damaged and still being assaulted by a space pirate. The victim begins the distress message until the pirate cuts in and offers to split the bounty if you sit tight. I'm not going to take that. No, not a chance. We're gonna destroy these suckers. Right, we're gonna first off put our power back into as much as we can. We've got loads of power left over now. Now these require 2 each, and unfortunately I haven't upgraded the ship enough to allow me to have 4 bars of power in it at once. So we're gonna have to use the fire beam. I want to try it out, and the Artemis. Pause that. We're gonna use the Artemis to take out the shields, and we're gonna use the fire beam. As you can see, I draw it, and I've got to try and, if I hit as many rooms as possible, it will set fire to those rooms, which is kind of useful. Let's try and put it across. Let's put it across like that. I think it's going to hit 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms, 5 rooms maybe, hopefully. So let's give that time to charge. Luckily we've got power back on the shields and on the engines now, so we're less likely to take a hit. There we go. There goes off the missile, which took out the shields. Happy days. As you can see now, we can see inside their ship, so we can see where the people are. So hopefully this is, yeah, there, look at that. Look at the damage. Oh shit, I need to stop the missile launcher. Okay. But they're all quite badly hurt now, which is useful. Ah, their shields are back up. I don't know if my fire beam can penetrate the shields. They wanted to escape. Well, they're going to try and escape now. My fire beam can't get through the shields, unfortunately. However, the fire might just kill them all off before they get a chance to jump out, which would be nice. Let's see if we can manage to get them killed by the fire. That would be an impressive kill, actually. I'd be quite happy with that. Also, fire in one of the rooms, if it's say in here, it will destroy the consoles in there. So like, there you go. So that's been destroyed. The oxygen's gone. There we go. Oh no, it destroyed the ship. That's a shame. Oh well. And there's my scrap. Pirate's victim quickly jumps away before that. That was a bit rude. I'm going to quickly, I think I'm going to upgrade the guns and get another power bar. That will allow me to have both of those on at the same time, which would be really nice. We're going to jump. And I think we're just going to jump to the exit now. We've done quite a lot in this sector. So yeah. Charge the long range beacon. When the FTL drive is charged, you can jump to the next sector. Excellent. Right. Oh. Okay, Slaver Scum. So you recognise the ships as a well-known slave trader. He offers you labourers for cheap. We're going to attack them. I'm not having that. Oh god. Okay, these guys have a teleporter. That's an interesting start. Right, we're going to attack. Put that on there. We're going to put this across here. Or can we get better than that? That'll do. And we're going to unpause it. Right, as you can see, I've got an intruder. Now, my personal way, the best way to deal with the intruders is like this. I move my men, who are going to be in his path, into the medibay, and then I open the doors. This is really cruel. And I flush out the oxygen in the area where the guy is. So he starts to suffocate. Right, now he's forced to fight them within the medibay, which is turned on now. I can close all these doors again. And basically, while they're fighting him, they are getting healed, so they take... There you go, look, so you can he's getting hurt and then immediately going back up in health, which is really useful. Okay, now they're back. We'll get Charlie in the... Charlie was on shields, wasn't he? And then Ryan was on the guns. Okay, that's them dealt. That's the intruder dealt with. Right. I've hit them quite hard. They seem to be suffering quite a lot. Hopefully this fire beam, if I'm really lucky. Oh no, they've got a rock. This is a kind of race which they take basically no damage from fire, so I'm just going to have to kill them outright, I think. Oh, they've taken out my cameras. Okay. We surrender. Take one of our slaves as tribute. If destroys, they'll die anyway. That's a good point, actually. I'll take the offer. Why not? Oh, excellent. We got a mantid. Now, these guys have... don't know how... Do they have less health? They do? Oh, no, they don't. They have a good amount of health. But they're not as good at technical things. Oh. Oh, God, there's a fire. We'll get him in here. We'll flush it out into space. This is a new... That's the bad thing when you can't see when you have no cameras indoors. You can't see where the fires are, but we're going to hopefully flush the fire in space. And the mantids are really good at close quarters combat, so if someone invades our ship, they're really useful for killing them. Right, we're going to close the doors, and we're going to go in here and fix... Well, Ryan's going to go in there and fix it. So is Cussy, why not? Hopefully, when this is done. There we go, I can see back in the ship, and you can see like the oxygen starting to refill these areas quite quickly. Right, Cussy, you're going to go back in there. Ryan, you're back on the shields. Okay, I think that's enough for this time. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. If you'd like to see more, please, again, like, comment and subscribe. And thank you for watching. Bye.